A good, clean fight, okay? Most of all, to defend yourselves at all times, all right? Touch gloves.
And it will leave just Callum Smith and John Ryder. This is the moment that they've been building up for all these weeks. This is the moment that Ryder has been working.
Ryder needs to use that to... And I also believe that Ryder doesn't have to be countered because Smith is a very sharp. He can make Smith punch first and then come up with his counters. Some success.
Smith just looking to get on the jab. Barely believable that they're the same.
Jab and throw a right uppercut from his lead hand. He will also close his shoulder and throw a good shot with a right hand. Cass has a great ability to fire straight back. When you're relaxing, he'll land.
Just reaching for that right hander, just trying to find that range. Ryder's borderline of it at the moment, against for that right hand. Ryder just taking the feet.
This is neither man wants to punch because they use feints at this time to open your man up.
Ryder had just a decent little spell there. Smith was back on the ropes and done Ryder's confidence some good. Well, that was decent from Ryder. Solid shots.
He just caught Smith, wasn't ready to react. Pick up his movement, his step in, his feints.
Two have become world champions. The other two have boxed for world titles. Callum Smith, emphatic win against Hassan and Dam Garden. Ryder again with the same combination he landed in the first round. He's having a decent start here, John Ryder. Enough through. Could have been enough just to nick him the open.
His ability to close distance. The danger, the fear you'd have for him, not the danger these desirable opponents like Canelo, like this who he's been won the fight, or overlooked them. But you also don't have that innate fear that you're going to lose because there's not that bite, a little bit of that.
Super Series semi-final against Nicky Holskin as well, and if you allow your
Ryder is so short, it's over his front knee and it has a real forward, and it's creating an insecurity in Callum and a reluctance for him to jab.
Ryder just trying to let go to the body there, and a bit of room for the uppercut up the centre for Smith to do any work himself right on the inside, but Ryder knows that when he gets
quite happy with the way this is panning out. There again, and then he came up with his own up jab.
Okay. Yeah, good.
And one piece of it being the Ryder's wide open for the left hook. Just slip over the top of Ryder's head for the reason. You're outlining at the end of looking to try and tee up that down the centre.
Smith there, double jab and turned the hook instead of a straight shot. Still think Smith's pretty comfortable at the moment having a look at Ryder in these early.
Smith, he just jabs to the stomach, then goes upstairs with it. Ryder with it.
That's having success now. Starts to time that. He could walk on.
And that's what Joe Gallagher's asking. Ryder is open to that left hook. Smith is up the punch out far.
Comfortable with that jab because he has to jab down. He's almost throwing himself out balance. Good change in hand. There was jab, turned it into a hook.
It's the body as well with that right hand on the inside, and third round out. Busier. He's looked for different kinds of angle. Onto the back of it from Ryder. There's a stiff right to the body. Solid looking body shot there from Ryder. A bit of ground and then just jabs up. That was a decent bit of work on the inside from Ryder. For a tall man, does like it. He's warming up this.
And he's almost at his most dangerous when he's back to the ropes, because if you think you're having success landing punches...
Beware, as you push back, he's looking to catch you on the way out.
Listening to the corners, it's just such a privilege. You don't get it in other sports. You don't get to listen to a half-time tip. Well, let's have a look at your scorecard through 3 rounds there.
And a boxer. But I just felt best of the first two. The second one was very tight. Good start around for Ryder this time. Tim said to him, when you're close, look for those little shots up the middle.
When he gets the opportunity, stays on him. It's impossible for Smith to create a little bit of room that he needs, leading off with that left back down to the body. Ryder sinking in good body shots.
Look at the leg of John Ryder. Look where he's putting. He's putting inside Smith, and he's bending very hard for Smith to get any in that situation.
From Ryder, a minute or so of round 4.
I think both men were like this type. They're both fancying themselves to the body.
Ryder just managed to take a step to his right, looking to try and get back on.
Lobes of Ryder.
Between the two of them. The time Smith nice with the right hand there, Ryder.
Ryder is a hard guy to time. He's moving at one rhythm, so it's very hard to time and to predict.
Right on cue. Callum Smith, just a little nick. So both of them picking up a bit of damage.
And it's always difficult in these situations with hype. You've looked sensational in your last few fights against a guy who you don't really want to box. And so you've got to really pick yourself up. And when you haven't...
Well, he's compact, Ryder. He's been very hard on the game plan for this.
The rounds. It's hard to split them a lot of the time. Even more comfortable in their Ryder at the moment. Left hand from Ryder, but a good also counter from Smith and a good hook
to the body, Smith. But he's shutting down space a touch, doubling up on the hook there, head then down to the body. And that's decent again there, in around the back of the gloves.
Looping right hand from Smith too, so for Smith now it will be time to feint that right hand and
double jab there. Joe Gallagher liked that, it didn't really land.
That was the chance for the right hand. Ryder's height and the insecurity that's creating here on the ropes from both men.
Straight onto the shoulder. This kind of distance, Smith just doesn't really have any tool to work, although he finds a touch there. Left hand just sailed past the chin there of Ryder, and that for John Ryder. Smith just leading off with a left uppercut of right.
His height and his compact style is making Smith, but he took two there. Two good shots from Smith.
Those short hooks on the inside. When they're getting through, Smith sometimes with that high guard just leans forward a touch, leaves his head in the bucket a bit, and gets to, particularly when he's backed him up to the ropes.
Very close rounds. Every round so far. Maybe one or two punches or one significant punch that more into a squat position just to make it easier. Catch Ryder clean.
Uppercut again there, and following it with the right hand, Ryder managed to.
This works with those uppercuts, those lead uppercuts, and because with Ryder being this compact, something like that, a punch that he doesn't see. Because if you're just throwing punches by them, he's going to block them or duck them.
The head a bit low there, just stumbled forward, speaking to both of them about that. And good right hand there from Smith.
Took through the eyes of Ryder and the right hand. Ryder's head, touching at Ryder's head to get his distance.
He's got him on the end of 5 of Ryder there, just trying to get where he needs.
And as you pull here, Callum, come and square on.
Smith started to find a home for that right hand. He did it by setting it up behind his jab.
Managed to work things into it, you would always think would favour him. And Ryder just take that away from him now, getting onto the end. Happy to hook his glove, the left forearm there of Callum Smith, and on him, not giving that room. Smith to his left, just found a bit. Smith looked to try and lead off with it, stepping in with that.
This is good from Smith. This range, this is where he's effective. Pawing it out there, giving him different hooks.
Ryder trying to come back, a couple of little right hands on the inside for the uppercut. Smith finds half a yard to the body, doubles up on the hook. Ryder's working very here to try and stay on Callum Smith. A good combination got through there. Good left hand there from... And this is good stuff from him. And Smith has gone into his shell with that head in the crook of his neck almost of Smith's net shots on the inside.
Maybe Smith should use the uppercut instead of the hook, because the hooks at this range, hooks are going over Ryder's head. He should be back on his jab now.
Hook there from the southpaw stance of Ryder. A minute or so we saw there, because Smith was getting to turn the screw himself, or it looked like he was, and launched a concerted attack. It was almost like...
Smith's getting caught in between too much, trying to stay outside and box hand, or actually go back. What's his honey punches, where he sits on the ropes, catches your shot and lands his own left hook.
How tricky is it boxing someone significantly shorter than you? Did you ever do it in your career?
A lot, and especially when they're not strong, yeah.
So Paul Smith 5-2 in favour of Callum Smith at the moment. The rounds, we've been saying that from the... with a real purpose here. He's got plenty, and he has been effective, and he's being effective again. Lands the left of the body, followed by the right. Callum Smith, he was just given a slight bit of room to really do anything.
Really good work from Callum Smith there. Close, just nullified right there.
Oh, clash of heads there, and his head came in at the same time, and I can't see any fresh damage. And Smith, and that wasn't deliberate from John Ryder like that. It's a good thing, however it happened.
Ryder coming onto it, and I think he's a little bit shook, Ryder.
Just over a minute remaining in round 8, and this is pulling Smith back to the ropes. He's just got no ball sinking into the ropes, and when he does, he's on him again.
Warming up now really well.
Well, they're just right on top of each other, all giving Smith any peace whatsoever. Trying to get on the jab, she's sliding out of range. Good stiff left hand there from Ryder to finish the round. So he steps to the side to throw that left hand, and they just crack together.
Hand up, he's looking at a left hook over the top, all right?
A word about that. Got it tied up at 4 rounds apiece.
By round, you know, not going by what I see here ringside.
Well, Ryder has done pockets in it, so I can see that's planned, that much is obvious. Made it very difficult for Callum Smith, and Smith has to find a convincing answer to it. That was better for him there. He comes in a little bit low with the head. Again there, Ryder, and Paul Smith on the far side of the ring. Out of his seat, Joe Gallagher. Just Ryder.
A little incident like that can ignite a fight, you know?
Was coming forward, and he just kept coming, and it's over his head.
We're in the 9th round now. Ryder's fighting. If he's got any real ambition, he has to step on the gas now.
There from Smith, and they both look at Ryder again, just clambers in there. He landed a couple of decent solid shots. That glove just skims the shoulder of Ryder. Exchange on the inside.
And it's frowned upon, but he's tying up box. Use your jab. Mix up, it keeps it unpredictable. And when he gets him close, just tie him up. Can do.
Trying to turn out of the corner. Try and get that left hook away as they clinch. Well, let's see what Darren Barker makes of all of this. He's with Andy Scott. Darren Barker there, he's got Ryder up. It's that kind of a fight, but all that many things you can look at. And it's not the case here either that Ryder has come here and we thought he would, that you're giving him rounds up, but going on what you see, and he's done some good work up close with the right hand to the body there. Again, at the start of this, just threatening to... Ryder has got back to close the gap and work up close, just like he is there, rather than trying to, if you like, at that kind of range.
Starting to use the other lead hand, Smith, and it's been effective all throughout this fight. He doesn't need to match Ryder in there. He's been trying to, and it's not working. So just tie him up. Boxing.
Ryder working to the body, the right hand up over the top, and start of the fight to really get anything done there.
And he's drawn the glove of Ryder to a decisive hurt Ryder.
Found Ryder to the other yet. There's been plenty landed. Boxing, some well-delivered shots, but wilted at any step. The Ryder again getting on the front foot here. Nice right hand.
Walk forward. That's when he's in there with somebody like Ryder. Just tie him up, get back to your distance, and get back to boxing.
Sneaky, the punches you're getting thrown in, they're earning now. They stick you on in now.
Don't let him walk back up with his head on your chest, all right?
You see those cuts on the eyelid, couple of them, and they've done a good. Those are nasty. They're in a convenient place. So into the final 2 rounds. What did you make of the advice there?
Sims, don't let Callum steal this with the jab. And Joe Gallagher saying, tie him up. Tie up that right hand, especially.
He's fought a physical fight, Ryder, right from the fifth place for him to be, but also where. Nice little overhand left hand thrown as he was close.
Smith is feign him hard just to break his momentum because he's just getting.
Well, the first half of this round has been John Ryder, so. His favourite Smith, he was 20-1 on. So this has been hard, very hard work. And again, just takes his feet to the left to stand and comes back with the right hand. But again, Ryder.
Good left hand from Inge. Smith just giving him way too much momentum, you see.
Smith just swinging with that right full contact with either one of them. The Liverpool crowd. Alan Smith here. Pushed apart by the referee, but Ryder comes rolling forward again. And once more he just steps on. Smith is looking a little bit shaky.
Beautiful Ryder.
Really turning the screw head around. He's put in a hell of an effort in this round and he's landed plenty. And if he can finish this strongly in the 12th, then who knows?
You know you ain't got nothing left in the tank, John.
We see Ryder, when he throws that right hook, he always dips after, and then Callum's throwing his left hook over the top of his head, and it makes it look like a much more effective punch from Ryder. Look, you see the little dip and the little dip after.
Bit of urgency there from Joe Gallagher, and he was echoing it before the start of the 11th that John Ryder had to really try. That's exactly what he's looking to do here now. And just in the balance, this is anybody's the gear in the last couple of rounds, and Smith has got to go with him here. They've got to by John Ryder. Callum Smith, such a massive favourite.
Much better from Smith, much better. He's on the outside, he's boxing, he's not allowing him to come in or gain any momentum.
The shoulder looks for the uppercut. Smith just is in back, and the referee eventually gets.
It's coming down to now. But who wants it, and who can be smart, and who can keep that cool.
Go through the round, and again Ryder just looking to disentangle. He just took it, no problem at all. And again Smith trying to put those punches together. Ryder gets with a left hand there, another cheeky, been grueling, and Ryder has brought it from the beginning together on the ropes here. Good lead right hand now, just lean into Ryder. There from Smith, and Ryder once more getting into it, and then tries to slip away to 30 seconds. And this is what the camps are about. This is what we're about. This is what fighters want. And Smith was a huge favourite. Ryder is here, whatever has happened with the result here, and the crowd around ringside trying to get behind Callum Smith here. He fires right hand. Ryder just slips under the right hand and tries to let his own right go, and there goes the bell. And Tony Sims coming in from the corner, Joe Gallagher as well, and handshakes between.
All 3 scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. The fighting pride of Liverpool, still WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Callum